just from a strategy standpoint, I think if they wanted a ton of donations and a lot of merch sales, first 2 weeks, send her out there, put her on stage, let her, do the fake tear thing and everything else she was doing, but then cut it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not going to get any benefit after a while, especially with how she is. And if you look into her background and people are going to do that, it's like, well, how did this reality TV like chick who's modeling, who's saying she's a fan of corn,
right?
The corn industry. It's like for the first 2 weeks, people are going to feel bad, but then eventually it's like, what is she doing in there? Like she doesn't know what she's doing. So for me, that part made sense. Like, okay, do whatever you need to do to get the donations and the merch sales and whatever else, but then put someone legit in there. And then to your point on the Charlie Kirk show, dude, that makes me sick.
Mm-hmm,
like Blake Neff and Andrew Kolvet still going on their show, doing ads. Mm-hmm. The fact that they haven't changed the name, dude, start your own show. Start your own show.
But they can't, Dan. You know why?
Nobody would watch it.
Nobody will watch it.
Right.
Nobody gives a fuck about them. They're not talented. They're not exciting. They're not entertaining. They're not educational. They don't have high verbal IQs. There's nothing about either of them that would build them an organic audience. And so again, that's why I call them leeches, right? They're leeches. They're leeching off of what Charlie Kirk built. Now, maybe they helped him in the background, right? Like building the corporation on the backside and different things like that. I don't know, sure. But as of being an in-person, in front of a camera personality, I mean, you're not going to replace Charlie, and you shouldn't have tried. Like, to your point, you should have just left Charlie Kirk's last video should have been the last video he ever did. And you leave it that way. And you do a TPUSA YouTube channel. And you send people over there and say, this is our way forward. We want to honor Charlie's legacy. And that's how you do it. But they didn't. They just, it still says, like you said, it's the Charlie Kirk show with a picture of him. And then it's every thumbnail is fucking Andrew Kolvet. There's 1,000 thumbnails of Andrew Kolvet right there. And you're like, dude, you're a little fucking leech, dude. You're a parasite. That's what I think they are.
I don't think anybody could replace Charlie Kirk. I think they could have gotten someone in here. And I said this on the last show that we did. You get someone in there who's a very, very traditional person, and you make him at the beginning of every show, not on Charlie's channel, change the name if you need to do it, but say, I'm not Charlie Kirk, but I'm going to do my best to follow him as a man. Because, dude, Charlie was legendary, bro. That dude's heart, unbelievable.
I disagreed with tons of stuff Charlie said, but I also, there's a lot of things I agreed with him on as well.
Yeah.
But he also was a generational speaker, right? When we talk about the ability to speak in front of a microphone, you know how challenging it is, right? I know how challenging it is. A lot of people don't understand that it's a skill, and he was a generational talent, a JFK, Martin Luther King. I'm not saying that he, moved movements like they did. I'm just saying the ability to speak in front of a microphone and convey ideas and move people. He was generational in that. And if you try to replace that with Andrew Kolvet and Blake Neff, the guy who spent most of his time using anonymous handles on Reddit to say the N-word, right? That's the guy you're going to replace Charlie with, and you're going to expect that's going to take your mission forward. I don't know. And to me, it's bizarre because it makes me feel like Charlie was the only one who also had any PR or business sense as well, because who's running that organization?